Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Beyonce Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done. I've been here before, and I know what it takes. Hard work, dedication. ThaBoxingvoice.com. Mayweather's he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Ain't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio hashtag TBV podcast. We are back for the immediate reaction of the Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn fight. Jeff Horn upsets Manny Pacquiao, goes a step above and beyond, and calls out Mayweather. Is this hometown cooking, or do you agree with the decision? That is what we want to know. We're going to chop this one up with obviously you, the listeners, and my co-host, usually in the Golden State, but joined alongside him here in the Garden State of New Jersey. We have Matt, the Hipster, Hunter.
Beyonce Productions.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it? Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout. Now, when the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the Hipster is here. Haters beware. And we got Manny Pacquiao getting upset against Jeff Horn. I mean, controversy, robbery. I don't know really what to make of it. I wasn't scoring the fight, unfortunately. I thought this was going to be a quick one for Manny Pacquiao, and unfortunately, that's not what we got. So I'm going to watch the fight again either tonight or in the morning and score it for our Sunday show. But I initially thought Jeff Horn may have won that. He made it into a fight that was very competitive and close throughout. So I can't wait to chop it up with the callers. I can't wait to chop it up with you, Ness, because this was a big fight in a way, and it shocked the world, the boxing world at least.
Well, you know, the thing is, I don't think anyone was really expecting to score this fight. We pretty much thought that the A side, the favorite, was going to win. But Jeff Horn definitely made it a lot more interesting than that, right? I mean, he threw a lot of punches. He had very good activity. I was very impressed. By the fourth round, I was already telling you, like, wow, this guy has some tip-top stamina. Anybody that joined us on our Patreon live fight chat for this fight, you could hear me in the fourth round telling Matt that I was so impressed with the stamina of Jeff Horn, his ability to throw so many punches. Now, just throwing punches, Matt, doesn't necessarily win you a fight. Did you think that he was accurate? I know you didn't watch it, scoring it, obviously, round by round. But from what you saw, do you feel he was fairly accurate or accurate enough to get the win?
Yeah, I thought he was landing enough right hands at will. He had a good lead hook as well. I thought his jab was landing consistently as well. And plus, I thought he just made it into a dogfight. Whenever it was up close in the clinch, he would land hooks at will to the body up top. He would make it dirty, and I thought he was winning that. He was winning the inside fight. I thought he was landing clean and effectively enough. I know Teddy Atlas had like a malfunction after the fight due to the judging, and he thought that that Jeff Horn did not land clean or effectively, and I don't know what Teddy Atlas was seeing. Was Manny Pacquiao landing as well? Of course. I thought both guys were landing very well and very often. I don't think the CompuBox or punch stat numbers are accurate. I thought both guys landed a lot more punches than what were shown in the stats, to be completely honest. They both threw a combined 1,100 punches and only landed like 250 combined. Like, that doesn't seem right. these guys were landing a lot more. They may not have been landing completely flush, but anybody that spends any time in gyms knows that a punch can still affect you even though it's not clean.
Well, together they definitely threw 1,200 punches between Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Horn. Manny threw a total of 32% of his punches landed, and says that Jeff Horn only landed a 15% total. So out of the 625 punches that Jeff Horn threw, because obviously that makes sense, him throwing 625, because he was fairly accurate. I mean, excuse me, not accurate. What I meant to say was active. But he only landed 92 according to these CompuBox stats, where Manny threw 573, which is very close to that 600 mark, and landed 182, bringing his percent to 32%. So interesting. But punch stats, again, it's it could fall under human error, right? Because it's a guy with a clicker.
And like you said, it's human error. So I mean, it's not something that is scientific. Again, it's not the same as like or basketball statistics or baseball statistics. It's not the same. Punch stats are not the equivalent to those sorts of analytics. And I know some boxing heads and fans believe they can use CompuBox and punch stats in the same way that an ERA is used in baseball. That's just inaccurate and is misleading to the audience, unfortunately.
Now, another interesting stat is Jeff Horn throwing 428 power punches. Out of that 625, 428 were power punches, and that could be seen. He
60-something percent, yeah, easily.
Over he half. Was throwing the leather at Pacquiao, but again, not as accurate as I would have loved to see him.
But yes, it was not completely the most accurate display of boxing. But again, it was also Pacquiao that he was fighting. Pacquiao is one of the most defensively skilled fighters of his generation. I know that always gets lost because he is in the same generation as Mayweather, who is one of the best defensive boxers of all time. But Manny Pacquiao defensively is very sound. Plus, you have the southpaw versus orthodox stance, which always leads to a lot of punches that aren't being landed clean. So that plays a factor as well. But I thought Jeff Horn did great. I do not agree with anyone that thinks that this was a robbery. Do I agree that there may have been a bad scorecard? Absolutely. I thought the 117 scorecard was atrocious. Not as atrocious as maybe like the 120 scorecard we saw for Robert Easter yesterday. But that was a bad scorecard. 115, 113 is a completely acceptable scorecard, I believe. And if you have anything against that, then I think you need to rewatch the fight and notice the effect that Jeff Horn's aggression and volume and punches landed had on Manny Pacquiao.
Well, speaking of effects, we have to mention the headbutts. There were a lot of headbutts and a very big gash that opened up on the, top head of Manny Pacquiao. There was a lot of blood, and we know that blood can influence fans and
but you have to think about
judges alike.
Vice versa. Like, it's not just Manny Pacquiao with the blood. What about Jeff Horn's face?
No, his face was also.
I mean, it goes both ways. Both guys were physically altered in that fight in a way that would lead to a bias, as you state. So I think it's really one of those where it cancels each other out. Like, you can't say one had an effect and the other didn't. They were both bruised up and bloody enough to where you could get that bias in play.
I hear you, man. Now, I won't disagree that Jeff Horn's face, it looked like he might have been attacked by a school of hornets with all the speed bumps that seem to be around his forehead. During the live fight chat, a couple of people mentioned it, possibility of broken orbital bones just from the visuals that they were looking at. But nevertheless, there is a rematch clause, Matt.
Yes, there is.
Jeff Horn, now there's a rematch clause. Jeff Horn had gloves and a cane and a pre-written post-fight interview little cheat sheet.
Yes, he did.
How much of this, like, was he just, I don't know, living out his dream? And I guess what do we call those? People call those affirmations, right? So that's why he brought the cane and he had to.
He had all planned out because he knew he was going to win, and he did, sort of way, you know.
Or was this, time to play the soundbite and maybe a little bit of conspiracy?
No.
More money in the rematch. They did 60,000 over there. I mean, you're saying no. I don't know. No.
Here's the thing: you can get a lot of people in the boxing community that believe fights are fixed. Just due to the history of fight fixing within the sport, especially back in the 50s, 40s, and 30s when they were more mob controlled. But this is the 21st century. If fights were fixed, we would figure it out. We would know. There would be leaks. We would find information that proves there is some sort of payoff of judges. And the fact that we've had countless fights where the fans cry the judges were paid off. We've yet to have any evidence as of late for any one of those fights that the fans cry foul. So until we get some evidence, I say every single one of you fans out there that thinks the judges were paid off, you sound like a conspiracy theorist, crazy person. You do. You sound like a tinfoil nut. I'm sorry. We have incompetent judging within the sport, but that has nothing to do with corruption. Incompetence is not corruption. Those are two very different things. They may look the same on the outside, but they're two very different things.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There may be a bit of incompetence going on right now, but my judging, won't be off in this one. If we don't get this 1,000 likes, we're not opening up these phone lines. I'm telling you, they're gonna hear our voice all night. They're not gonna hear the callers. But for those callers that are waiting and have pressed that thumbs up button to get these phone lines open at this 2 a.m. Eastern time show, where both me and Matt are simultaneously in the same studio here in New Jersey, putting in that work. So we're looking to get those thumbs up open so we can open up these phone lines. The number 14255695241. We're obviously looking for your immediate reaction. And the new WBO welterweight champion, Jeff Horn. I don't know, Timothy Bradley, Matt, he seemed to be on the fence. He seemed to be feeling like Jeff Horn won the fight. He was impressed with Jeff Horn. But then the minute that, Teddy Atlas is like, do you think he won the fight? He's like, well, I agree with you, Teddy. But then he even doubled back later on.
Here's what I viewed from that entire situation. Due to the nature of their relationship, Teddy Atlas and Timothy Bradley.
Father-son
relationship,
Trainer fighter.
Yeah, a very close relationship. And Teddy Atlas being such an aggressive personality, a very dominating personality. It looked like Timothy Bradley thought, man, Jeff Horn probably won this. And then you had Teddy Atlas explode on air, slamming his fist on the table and shaking the cameras and shit. You saw Timothy Bradley sort of back down a bit. I think that he probably thought Jeff Horn won, to be completely honest.
I mean, I think it was kind of obvious after they went to the, Stephen
He was saying throughout that this is a close fight. This is a close fight. While Teddy Atlas was saying this isn't a close fight.
And he was so impressed. He was so impressed.
We all were. Well, at least like me, you, and Enrique, we were on the live fight chat on patreon.com/ThaBoxingvoice. And we were impressed by Jeff Horn. Out of the first round, we were all impressed by Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn showed us that he is a top 15, top 10 welterweight. Absolutely. Is this a little bit of a father time situation with Manny Pacquiao? Very possible.
There was talk of that, but I don't think that Pacquiao
that way. Come on,
showed. No, I didn't see.
He looked slower.
I didn't see an age.
His reflexes look diminished entirely, almost.
Dude, in that 9th round, Pacquiao stepped on the gas. He threw so many left hands. He really had Jeff Horn almost out of there. I didn't see a. I don't know, man.
I mean, didn't Funeka and Randall Bailey put Jeff Horn down and Manny Pacquiao couldn't.
But those also were not the fights of Jeff Horn's life. This was the fight of Jeff Horn's life, and he rose to the occasion.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I know there's a rematch clause, but like I wouldn't mind seeing Jeff Horn against other top elite welterweights.
Oh my God, I would love to see Jeff Horn try to steer away of this and go into a unification with Keith One-Time Thurman. But there's no way. There's no way that he can get out of that. I mean, he's bound to Manny Pacquiao.
Well, let's be honest. He made probably a pretty good purse against Manny Pacquiao. The rematch where he is now the champion, he might make even more. So I would assume that he's going to take this fight and not be concerned about it at all.
Yes, Mr. Fan Casual, we heard you. Make sure that you're prepared properly for participation during this immediate reaction show where Jeff Horn upset Manny Pacquiao and then calls out Mayweather. Now, that was interesting. He had a pair of gloves and the cane for Mayweather. What's funny about that is Mayweather's obviously in training, and there's been footage released. We all know that he signed to fight Conor McGregor on August 26th. Yeah. So I don't know really where the cane comes in until after the performance that will be displayed on August 26th. Can we say, or at least begin to start to attach any sort of old age to Mayweather's performance? Like, you got to look old before we call you old.
Can you argue that Mayweather has looked old?
No, I can't. I don't think he's looked old. I didn't think Manny Pacquiao looked old tonight. I think Manny Pacquiao. What was, I told you early on. Listen, Jeff Horn has a herky jerky style. He's moving a lot. I was impressed, like I said, by the fourth round. I was impressed with his stamina because all that movement, foot movement, plus so many punches, that activity is just like, how is he doing it? And then he continued to do it. So I think that offset Pacquiao. People are like timing offsets the speed. Well, it's also hard to time a guy that's always moving. Manny Pacquiao was he has to set up to throw his punch, but Jeff Horn's always moving and lunging in. He got caught lunging in a lot. I mean, if you watch the live fight chat on Patreon /ThaBoxingVoice, I mean, I've said it I don't know how many times consecutively, thinking like, oh, he's got, Pacquiao's going to knock him out. I thought he was always going to get a Ricky Hatton type, Marquez knock Manny Pacquiao type of knockout out because of the lunging fashion of Jeff Horn. Listen, for anyone just tuning in, we're waiting for those 1,000 thumbs up so we can open up these phone lines. But that number is 1-425-569-5241 to call in and give us your immediate reaction to this upset or robbery. And if you want to call us internationally from whatever country you're calling in, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's Nestor. So Matt, I mean, you're not upset then. It's definitely not a robbery to you, and you're going to argue with anyone that says this is a robbery.
Yeah, I'll put this way, that this fight to me is very similar to like maybe an Andre Ward Sergey Kovalev, where it's very close, very controversial. I can see it both ways, and I really don't have a really hardcore opinion either way. I don't fault anyone for scoring it for Manny Pacquiao. I don't disagree with anyone for scoring it for Jeff Horn. Again, I probably need to go back and rewatch the fight and rescore it because it was close. So I need to do that first. I have no issue with anyone calling it controversial. Robbery, I think, is a stretch. I think it's just too much to say it's a robbery.
Well, let's go out to Enrique Church, a.k.a. the casual fan, who was on the couch with us watching this one as a group and now back in the studio ready for his immediate reaction, which we've been waiting for.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my dad.
I saw fight too.
Listen, if he comes to fight, then I'm going to look for him.
I saw fight too.
I think you're accurate.
Yes. What's up? All right. So yeah, I saw the fight too. with Nestor Gibbs as well as Matt Hunter. And if Matt hasn't already said my line, I want to say that, you know, they say that to beat the champ, you got to really beat the champ. But to, you know, to beat a champ to win, you really got to look like the champ, right? So the champ didn't look like the champ to me. And then another thing I asked Matt, yeah, he didn't look like the champ. So then I asked Matt Hunter, I said, hey, Matt, do you think Keith Thurman would did really well against Manny Pacquiao? He said yes. I said, do you think Danny Garcia would look really well against Manny Pacquiao the way Manny looked tonight? He said, you know, at this point, yes. Then I said, what about Terrence Crawford? Would he have knocked out Manny Pacquiao? He also answered yes. Then I said, I'm going to drop this one name, Luis Collazo. Do you think he would have beat Manny Pacquiao tonight? And Matt, your answer was?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, it was a good one. Let's be real. Manny Pacquiao, and I'm going to say this in even Stephen A. Smith tone. Manny Pacquiao did not look like Manny Pacquiao tonight.
So you saying you don't think Horn should be considered a robbery? This was a legitimate win in your opinion?
It was a legitimate win. You every round per round, you like, ooh, Jeff Horn, he's pulling that off. Ooh, and I didn't score it because I, just like everyone in the room, thought Manny Pacquiao was going to finish that fight. But we're brainwashed to listen to Teddy Atlas, to listen to Jim Lampley's, and pay attention to the Steve Farhood scorecards and say like, oh, okay, yeah, he got the win, he got the win. All right, sometimes that's clear. He does got the win, but we didn't score it because we thought different. And Manny Pacquiao, we said it's a close fight. Did we or did we not? So it's not a robbery because it could have went either way without us scoring it, saying it could have went either way.
Now, what was the most impressive thing you think was on display in terms of Jeff Horn?
Jeff Horn, like you said, he had this awkward, jittery, bouncy style, but he was landing. And Chris Algieri didn't do as well as Jeff Horn did. So that was on display to me. I was like, wow, I wonder how Chris Algieri would do against Jeff Horn. You know, all these comparisons came up watching Manny Pacquiao, and I'm going to use this word boldly, struggle again.
Whoa, struggle?
Yes. You guys got to rewatch that fight, man. I was watching it, and two hardcore boxing fans were in the same exact room with me, calling and sleeping because they were like, yo, he's going to come back. And we're like this. Yo, Jeff Horn is energetic. Round 4. Oh, man, he's going to come back. Will Jeff Horn look that way round 9? And sure enough, Jeff Horn looked that way round 12. So you can't take anything away from Jeff Horn. It's a wrap. Manny Pacquiao lost. He did not look like a champion. He looked like a guy who was sparring. He was throwing looping, lobbing punches round 1. Like, oh, I know I got this. Let me not set this guy up. And he got caught. Sorry.
Now, Enrique, does Manny Pacquiao come back to Australia for the rematch?
If that's the full question, does Manny Pacquiao come back to Australia for the rematch?
Yeah, is he gonna make him, go somewhere else? Like, forget that. Over there.
Well, a lot of politics behind Manny Pacquiao's name and personality as a governor. Matt Hunter put us. Matt Hunter put us on today to some political things, and he's more of that than a fighter, and he's trying to avoid income taxes of the United States. So he probably maybe Macau, right? But anywhere but America.
Matt, what about you? Do you think where's this gonna happen? I mean, Jeff Horn won. Does he keep it in his hometown?
I mean, it's very possible. I mean, they did sell around 55,000.
Was that business big though? How much was it?
I don't know. I have no idea what the gate was. I mean, that information I think is pretty crucial to what my determination is. But I mean, Enrique brought up a good point. Macau. I mean, if they're willing to put up the price, that's all what it's gonna be. Where can Bob Arum get the most money, and where can Manny Pacquiao get the most money? Where
can Manny Pacquiao pay the less taxes?
Sorry, what was it?
He said, where can Manny Pacquiao pay the least amount of taxes?
Where can he take the most money back to Philippines?
I have no idea.
I just don't think that Vegas is interested in this one. Like, why would Vegas throw their name in a hat when Pacquiao just lost to an underdog?
Are you interested in that?
I mean, I'm a fight fan. It's different for me. But would Vegas, on the flip side, would Vegas be interested because all of a sudden the underdog won and there's going to be people betting on Horn again, but, you know, Pacquiao comes and wins the rematch the way that he did with Bradley in that decision where most thought Bradley didn't deserve the first win.
I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible.
Listen, 3 people were announcing the fight, Teddy Atlas being one of them. He gave it to Manny Pacquiao. Tim Bradley said it was close. The other guy, I don't know who his name is. He had no opinion. He didn't go either way. He was leaning, you know, he was just complimenting Teddy Atlas's honesty again with Jeff Horn. I don't think anyone's really interested in this fight next, outside of Macau or Australia. If this is an Australian fight, it should be back in Australia.
Well, we want those thumbs up. We're trying to get to that 1,000 before we open the phone lines. Remember the number 1-425-569-5241. We're talking about the new WBO champion at the welterweight division, Jeff Horn. He does have a rematch clause, ladies and gentlemen, with Manny Pacquiao. So whether you believe it was a robbery or not, right now, Jeff Horn is the new WBO champ. Now, Casual, do you think that there's a possibility that Jeff Horn can somehow wiggle his way out of this immediate rematch and try to unify with a one-time Keith Thurman who was calling out Manny Pacquiao? So now Manny Pacquiao doesn't have this WBO. I mean, everybody's going to be calling out Jeff Horn tomorrow, right?
Yes, I agree with you. Keith Thurman would lay Jeff Horn down. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say I think so. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say Manny Pacquiao lost. Because any fighter that you name at 147, 100, even Adrian Broner would have looked phenomenal tonight against, and I ain't saying that in a disrespectful way, Adrian Broner, meaning that his level, the level that Adrian Broner is on, would, and everyone downplays Adrian Broner. Oh, he's going to lose against Mikey Garcia. Adrian Broner would have made Manny Pacquiao look terrible tonight. It's just more technique. And maybe Manny Pacquiao did not train. Maybe it was a Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson night for Manny Pacquiao. Maybe he did not train. Maybe he didn't care. Maybe he went to church this morning. You know, we saw he didn't even have his gloves on, and it was almost midnight, and the fight was about to start. So who knows what Manny Pacquiao's preparation was? I think
So you're saying maybe he didn't take it serious?
Yeah, I don't think he took it serious. I think Jeff Horn, any of those lightweights or welterweights, I think Jeff Horn can't beat any of them. Any of them, from Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Luis Collazo. I'm throwing him in there because he's the one that got Keith Thurman hurt and stopped Sammy Vasquez. Yeah, man, Jeff Horn. I don't see him being compared to any of those guys.
Well, let's go out to some callers, man. In the UK, it's got to be about 8 in the morning. We're going to Idris. Talk to me.
Good morning.
Idris in the UK, you got about 30 seconds, and that clock is ticking.
Good morning. It is now the Boxing Voice morning show, Idris.
Idris, going once.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
They hear you now, brother.
Yeah, I'm just outside smoking a little cigarette, man. But it's about, what's the time now? 7 a.m. And Jeff Horn won that to me, man. And I've got a question for everyone that thinks if the judges gave it to Manny Pacquiao, would it be called a robbery still? That's what you got to ask yourself. And Box Nation, the most unbiased commentary when it's an American fight, honestly, they had him up 2 rounds before the judges even gave it. And it was just one of them things. It was just a close fight. And Jeff Horn's actually performed, and I would never have predicted that. As much, I was even hating on that fight. I was thinking he doesn't even deserve it, but he got the result. And Box Nation, they done it well with their commentary. They always do commentary when they got top ranked fights because they've got no investment in it. And that's how I see it, man. When there's no investment in it, you get real results, man. I don't know what's been happening. Twitter, all these influential people talking rubbish, swaying people's opinion. That's all bollocks, man. I don't like that. But that's it, man.
Idris, thank you for calling in. Have a good morning out there.
The interracial people. I don't understand that, but that's cool.
All right, all right. Well, let me get out to my main man in Cuba. Alex, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, Ness?
All right, all right.
I live in Canada, though.
I
wouldn't be able to call you if I was in Cuba. Please, let me tell you this. I'm so glad that dude lost. I'm honestly glad he lost. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, he lost the championship rounds, in my opinion. He led the 11 and 12. That's disgraceful. 17th fight, who started boxing at 20 years of age, and you lose the championship rounds to him. Pretty sad. But this is why I'm glad he won. I didn't score the fight because I thought he was going to get knocked out like everyone here. But if Lara cannot beat Canelo landing 4 left hands a round, there's no way they should give Pacquiao the round for 2 left hands. I mean, at one point, Teddy Atlas gave him a round, and they're like, hey, man, why did you give him that round? And he actually said this, I remember, because he was throwing the straighter punches. What the hell do I care if this punch is straight? He said landing. He landed nothing that round, and he just got the round from Teddy Atlas because he said that he threw the straighter punches. What does that even mean? That's nonsense. He was like looking at who looked better or something. He wasn't looking at who was landing or whatnot. The fight was a lot closer, and I'm glad that that guy won. He tried really hard. I'm tired of seeing my Cuban guys. This Pacquiao pulled the Lara today, and that's why I'm glad he lost. If you're gonna rob Lara, then you better rob Pacquiao too. That's what the way it should be.
It wasn't robbery. Don't say that.
Let me tell before I go, let me tell one more thing to your new sidekick Robin Hood here that you got. Yo, what does he have against conspiracy theories, man? Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you these guys, research it. The earth is flat. It is fucking flat. Look it up.
I agree with you.
That's what's up. That's the gospel. That's what's up. That's right, man. It's flat.
Alex, man, thanks for calling in, brother. Have a good day over there in Canada. Let me get to.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. The hipster. Haters beware.
If anyone, hold on, Enrique, don't talk right now because you agreed with that shit. If anyone calls in saying the earth is flat again, I might mute you. Just out of like due respect to intelligence.
It's a big debate, brother.
No, it's not a big debate. It really isn't.
It's on the internet. There's a lot of
There's a lot of things on the internet. There's
celebrities who agree with that.
Celebrities don't mean shit.
Drive by. True. Drive by. Manny Pacquiao defeated by Jeff Horn. Ooh. Wee.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to do, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54 pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, I don't know if the earth is flat or not. All I know is Pacquiao lost that motherfucking fight. For real.
Give him a coin. Ping.
Yo, let's go by judges' criteria. Let's rewind this a little bit, right? Let's go by judges' criteria.
Go ahead.
He dictated the pace of the fight. He had Pacquiao, out of character, discombobulated from round one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm going down my Facebook timeline and I'm looking at these casuals. Like, all these casuals think that Pacquiao won, and I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together, right?
Those are hardcores. Teddy Atlas is a hardcore fan. He is Pacquiao won. Don't say casuals. Say hardcores.
No. I said I went down my Facebook timeline. And I got all these casuals, like they actually think that, what his name won. But anyway, let me get to the point. I think what his name won, and Horn won easy, 2 rounds. That was an easy fight to decide. And anybody who goes back and watches, they're gonna see. And the earth is round, but there are no dinosaurs. No man has ever seen a dinosaur.
Yeah, both those topics are connected to each other, and one day we'll have it out.
No,
JD.
no, get out of here.
Yo,
Enrique,
yo.
come on.
Drive-by!
Vodka.
Drive-by!
Let's go, JD. Thanks for calling. We're going to Phil Thrill. Talk to me. Excuse me, not Phil Thrill. We're going to Jay in Philly. Talk to me.
What's going on, y'all?
What up?
Not much, man. Look, two things. Pacquiao barely won the fight. It was close. But his Achilles heel, what it always is. He has no body work. He put no body work in the beginning of that fight. He could have got Horn out of there, but as usual, he's off balance on sloppy shots. He get a kid belief. It wasn't a robbery. It was close. The 111, 117 was trash, but Pacquiao should win the fight. But he left it open for debate. He was in another man's backyard. And the 147 bull would have put that bullhorn out. He needs to retire. He about to have a trilogy with Jeff Damn Horn. I mean, come on, man. It's time to retire, man. Bob Arum has pimped him enough. It's over. It's over. As a matter of fact, it's time to go now before he get left out in a coma. Because somebody else will put him down. Any other 147 young boy will put him down. And they was talking about this is set up for a Mayweather rematch. Get real, man. Get real, man. It's time to retire, man. Jeff Horn, 6 rounds. Any other 147 put him down. But that's because Pacquiao got bit by his always Achilles heel. He has no body work. He never puts cut it.
Ladies and gentlemen, drive by. You already know this is an immediate reaction show. We're giving everybody about 30 to 40 seconds per call. So when you hear the cut it, remember.
It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal.
Going out to Texas, class and bound. 30 seconds, go.
So a comment that sums this up really quickly. Mayweather McGregor doesn't disgrace the sport because boxing already does it to itself enough. And we already saw what happened with Pacquiao and Jeff Horn. These guys are talking about Pacquiao. Jeff Horn won. Ness, I'm going to have can you please do like a criteria test for these people, because obviously these people don't know how to score. How do you, first of all, 15% of your shots landed? Like, I don't care if you're saying CompuBox, it's like, oh, it's just people clicking buttons, then I don't ever want to hear anyone ever use CompuBox again for any of their arguments, because you're picking and choosing when to apply it. Matt, you're better than this. How are you going to say that's not a robbery, man? Like, no, I've been watching you have watched too many fights to say that Jeff Horn won that fight. Just because you like all of us were impressed by Horn, right? Because he did better than we thought.
Cut it. Class and bound. I gave you a minute because you're alumni around here, brother, but you already know.
Very quickly. Again, I did not score the fight. I told you I did not score the fight. I had a feeling that Jeff Horn won the fight before the scorecards were read. Yeah. Because Jeff Horn landed a ton of shots on Manny Pacquiao.
He did not fight. He did call the fight.
Yo, you need to speak directly into that shitty mic you got.
Yo, my mic is on right. Nice. I was saying for Matt, he did not score it. I was right with him. But he did call it. And there were more calls for Manny Pacquiao making mistakes. So previous caller who had 60 seconds to talk, rewatched the fight.
And very quickly, I think a lot of people forget about the inside work, similar with like the Andre Wurtzer-Kovalev fight, which is what I brought up, that the inside clinch work and the dirty boxing that was done does win rounds. And I thought Jeff Horn won the inside battle all throughout the fight.
And very quickly, calmly, Manny Pacquiao barely won the fight if you did score it for him. So the CompuBox numbers, okay, they do show statistics of what you did and how much you were successful. But when the naked eye, because the judges do not use it, the CompuBox numbers, that is, the naked eye sees someone outworking another, whether it be a missed punch and you're attempting to react to that punch and counter that punch and you do not look successful, then the round is scored against you. No matter if in the inside or on the outside you landed 5 more punches than the guy who made you not look that good. And that's the reason why there's judges who don't use those buttons, only use their eyes. Manny Pacquiao lost, brother. Sorry.
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
Donald, Richmond, California, 30 seconds, go.
What's up? Okay, so you know I like Manny Pacquiao. I'm being honest. I sat in front of my TV, watched it clearly. Pacquiao lost. I had it 115, 113. Where they got 111, 117 from. That was ridiculous. But I could have also seen it being Jeff Horn, 115, 113 on 2 judges' scorecard. And I could also seen another judge having it 113, 115 for Pacquiao, split decision. I could have seen that also. But Pacquiao, he lost that fight. I'm sorry. He needs to retire. There's no way he should be doing a trilogy rematch with fucking Jeff Horn. Dude, hang this shit up. It's over. Cut it. Let it go.
Cut it. Thank you. That is another. That is proof again that Manny Pacquiao, if you gave it to him, he barely won the fight. He did not win that fight. I wish that my DVR recorded all the way through so I can score it myself. He barely won. Let's go.
3, 2, 3, 8. 3, 2, 3. Talk to us. You're live. First time caller?
No, it's Santiago. My phone died, but my best friend came over to watch the fight with me, and I'm calling through his phone. Matt, you know who it is? You know Pacquiao. Yeah. Most of us here truly felt that Pacquiao won. Jeff Horn definitely made it a close fight. I will admit that. And I would have been okay with a 115, 113 score, but there's no way I could see 9 rounds to 3, 117, 111 for Horn. I just cannot see that. I thought the fight was close. Horn definitely made it a close fight, but as far as I'm concerned, Pacquiao won that fight.
Santiago, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Panchito Papi. Talk to us.
Yo, what's up, man? What's cracking, dog?
Already know.
Hey, man, all I gotta say is feed Horn to Keith. Let that dude be 3-time boy, and we'll have an undisputed champ soon, baby. Woo! That's all I gotta say, dog.
All right, Panchito Papi on the check-in. Thank you for calling in. As always, we're going to keep these phone lines moving. We're going out to the Washington, D.C. with Marcus. Talk to us.
Hey, yo, what's good, Boxing Voice, man? Great ass fight, man. You know what? I'm just so confused with people who don't really understand boxing criteria. You can have a competitive fight and a dude lose. We're so used to dudes backing up, being non-avoidable, that when we see two dudes actually really fight like they used to, we lose our fucking scorecard. Hey, y'all, take ring generalship and all that shit out the way. It's clean and effective punching. Matt, on the inside, you can throw clean. You can also throw an effective punch. But if not clean and effective, it's a non-scoring blow. The word is scoring blow. If all you people who don't know how to score, ask yourself 2 questions. Would you have rather been Pacquiao getting hit with Jeff Horn punches or Jeff Horn getting hit with Pacquiao punches? I bet everybody who came on here said Horn won would not have been one to get hit with them Pacquiao shit. Now, I'll let y'all. Now, think about that.
Well, that's the Max Kellerman or somebody on HBO School of Thinking, isn't it, Matt? Like, oh, who would you rather be? Who's taking more damage kind of way of scoring, but it's not really a way of scoring.
No, it's not a way of scoring. It's not part of the criteria at all. And I don't know why people use it. It's like when you say, oh, you have to take it from the champion. Like, that's not.
Oh, that's casual's line.
I know.
And I don't mean that like with any pun, not like all the casual, like our casual says
it
that.
is our casual and a casual thing.
What?
You gotta take it from the champ, Cash. Your favorite line.
Like that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, that's what the people are saying. That you
That's
have
what you say though.
I said that the people say you have to take it from the champ. The champ,
which is bullshit. That's like the most utter bullshit in boxing.
So it was scored against the champ because he did not look like a champ. He looked like a sparring partner. He looked like the guy who knows how to fight, sparring the guy who's trying to come up. Jeff Horn, that being that, and Jeff Horn outdid him. And when he put pressure on Jeff Horn in the 8th round, okay, they almost stopped it. And we thought, okay, the next round, the 9th round is going to be stopped. But it didn't happen. Jeff Horn prevented that from happening. How the hell do you say different? You know what I'm saying? And how the hell do you use CompuBox? How the hell do you swear about CompuBox, buy CompuBox, if you're not the one counting the punches? And if you are, then you have to score it and say, okay, Jeff Horn cleanly lost, and come with a good argument, because Jeff Horn looked damn better than Manny Pacquiao. I'm sorry.
Going in. Tell him, Cash. 918. First time caller, 918. 918. 998. Going once. 918.
He dropped.
623. First time caller, 623.
I don't think so.
No, man, it's Al from Phoenix. But, man, casual preach, brother. But I had to fight as a draw. That's all I got, Ness. Good night, folks.
Alder, man, thanks for calling in. Jamar in Jacksonville, Florida, talk to us.
Yeah, what's up, man? How y'all doing, bro? I just want to say about the fight, bro. The people who say Pacquiao won are smoking that shit. I haven't smoked yet. Jeff Horn clearly won. And if people who were saying that was another Pacquiao in there, it wasn't. It was the exact same Pacquiao. It wasn't no training done. It wasn't no secret type of thing that he did. It was the exact same Pacquiao. The thing was about it was Pacquiao just never learned how to be a full-on aggressor. He just never learned how to cut that ring off, how to bring the fight to you. And round 9, he should have did exactly what he did in round 9 and then did it 10, 11, 12. Freddie Roach is just how that he just wasn't going to tell him how to be the aggressor. He never learned.
Cut it. John in New York, talk to us.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to say that I honestly felt like I was in the Twilight Zone tonight, just with like the CompuBox, Stephen A. Smith, Teddy Atlas. I couldn't believe the way everybody was talking. I thought Pacquiao won maybe 2 or 3 rounds. I thought in the 9th round he needed the knockout to win. I don't know what fight other people were watching. I thought Horn fought the perfect fight. Because
applaud him, Matt. Applaud him.
It was like he was on his feet. He was moving side to side, and that's those are the people that give Pacquiao trouble. You know, like Pacquiao has been a magic.
We have a old host calling in, Mr. Jameson Rocket.
No fucking.
Yeah.
No
Yes,
fucking
yes, we
shit.
do.
Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Boxing fans, here's Jameson.
Wait. Before he speaks, Matt, do you think he's going for Pacquiao or Nestor? Do you think he's going for Jeff Horn?
First off, he is not Jameson Rocket. He's actually 2 numbers off from Jameson Rocket.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Call him drop the ball, Matt.
Call him his hand.
I just
called the right hand up.
Call the first.
Hey, listen, Manny Pacquiao, keep the right hand up. You got caught with it. Embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
Horrible.
Horrible.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Thanks, man.
Please note, the new number is...
Made us look horrible right now. We're going to Kansas City Mac. He's back.
Yo, I came to eat crow.
Uh-oh. Why? You picked Manny Pacquiao? You know you can't do that to the mall, man. Come on. It's immediate reaction time.
Oh, well then, sure. I lost then, man. Pacquiao lost. I don't want to hear it. He's finished. I don't want to hear about Pacquiao. He didn't want to fight no Keith Thurman. He didn't want to unify. He lost. I don't want to hear it. I'm out.
Kansas City Mac, thanks for calling in. As always, we're going out to Rod in North Carolina. Talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's
I'm
up,
more
brother?
upset. I'm more upset with the post. I'm more upset with the post coverage on the major network than I am about the decision. I mean, I'm a boxing fan. I hate to hear them use the word corruption, which I've heard Teddy Atlas use. I hate to hear Stephen A. Smith calling out judges' names and saying this is a bad night for boxing. That's why boxing won't do this and boxing won't do that. I think that's BS. I think boxing is a good sport. It's a tough sport, and it was a close fight. It wasn't robbery. It was a close fight. Except for that one card, it was a close fight. I'm just fed up with how they're covering it. You know, thank goodness for Al Heyman and the matchmaking that he does. If the matchmaking wasn't so bad, you might have had a problem.
Cut it.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, an immediate reaction. Sure, we are on. We're giving everybody 30 seconds. We're going out to Las Vegas, 702. First time caller, 702. First time caller.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
So, yeah, I am a huge Pacquiao fan. I've been watching him since, I believe, 2001 when he first fought with Morales. And I didn't know what it was with Morales when I first watched this fight. And I've watched how he declined and declined. I guess the last time he was actually pretty good was with Marquez, and that was a trilogy. And he should have retired ever since then. And when watching him with Mayweather, that already declined as well. But this match today was the best match I have ever watched him do. I understand that he hasn't been training or anything, but he did pretty good in this fight compared to the past 4 fights that he's had. And congratulations to Jeff Horn. I don't have anything against him, but I hopefully, since they already signed a contract, that Pacquiao will do better next time. And hopefully he'll retire after his contract as well. Mabuhay Pilipinas.
And your name is?
Sam. Sorry.
Sam, thank you for calling in and being part of that 48%. We're going to go out to Dallas.
I just want to acknowledge her call really quick because she named 2 names that I thought about. She named Morales and Marquez. Manny Pacquiao was at his prime, right, when he was fighting both those names.
Yes.
He looked like when he fought Morales, the blood, right? Of course, they were from headbutts, but it was bloody. And he didn't have the bounce, right? Jeff Horn was attempting over and over to land like that one big power shot, the way Marquez looked many times. And he wasn't successful by knocking Manny Pacquiao out, but the punch was landing. So, yeah, I'm sure Jeff Horn was researching and watched the tape where Manny Pacquiao, as we did not ever know.
I think it could be a case of we've never really seen anyone outwork Manny Pacquiao until today. At least if you're CompuBox, it looks that way. Let's get back to these callers. We got a lot of callers. We're going out to Gary in Dallas. We're going out to Gary in Dallas. Talk to me. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I had it for Pac 115, 113. I thought it was real close, but I scored most of the close rounds. For Horn, getting him 7 rounds, a little bit tough. I just think it was a case of he did better than you anticipated. So you scored rounds for him, but I thought Pac won, but I do think it was close. But I just had like a matchmaker moment. You could put Horn in the ring with either Brandon Rios or Matisse, and you get like a blood and guts war, like a Gaddy war for this generation. What do you guys think of that?
Cut it.
That's my fault.
Cut it. Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what up? Matt, Casual, Ness.
What up?
What up?
Ain't nothing, man. What a surprising fight, right? I say it was. I'll say it was close. I wouldn't say it was a robbery. It was a close fight, but I'm not disappointed anyway. As I've adamantly said before, I'm ready for Pacquiao to retire. So I'm hoping there's no rematch. To be honest, man, I would like to see this belt move on, and fights move on. It was good to see it on ESPN, though. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big move. You know, and I was happy to see them announcing the Lomachenko and the Crawford fight coming up on ESPN too. So that's good news, if nothing else. That was good for boxing tonight. The judging, Like the 117.
Cut it.
Stainless. This is drive-by. 30 seconds for everybody. We're going out to 903. 903, talk to me. First time caller. 903. 903-917. 903-917. Going once. First time caller. Going twice. Just listening, no problem. Going out to the other 903. 903-227. Excuse me. 903-277. 277. Just listening.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you, brother. First time caller?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, sir. Well, I just...
First time caller, sir?
Yes.
All right, let me play this first time caller intro. You go ahead and let us know your name and where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
My name is Eric, and I'm from Texas.
Eric in Texas, talk to us.
But I was just trying to say, Horn needs to. It was a great fight, but Horn needs to get away from Pacquiao right now before Pacquiao wants a rematch, because on this rematch he's going to train hard, and I believe he's looking sad without his belt. That's all I got to say.
Eric, thanks for calling in. We know a few Erics in Texas that are down with TBV, and they're all good with us. We're going to the 718. Looks like Suleiman Escala. Talk to us.
Ooh. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? That fight was pretty good. Before the build-up, before the fight, you guys were, in the build-up, you were saying that Australia would have been a good revenue. I think Jeff Horn should just defend his belt in Australia. Make it look like Anthony Joshua was doing in England, and build it up. He maybe defend the title once, right? Maybe like a Jesse Vargas or somebody like that. Or Saddam Ali, then go and try to unify like a Spence, Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? But get these guys to go over there and create revenues for that's much needed in boxing right now this time. I mean, it's a new fresh face. At the end of the day, he won, and I'm happy to have him here. And let us enjoy this boxing champion right here and see if we can unify this fight.
Cut it.
Stockton, California, 209. We're on drive-by. Talk to us. 30 seconds. Go. First time caller. 209. First time caller.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and play this first time caller intro, brother. Let us know your name and where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Jesse from Modesto, California.
Jesse, talk to us.
I just wanted to say that I thought Manny won. I do feel like it was corrupt. I think the rematch is going to be in the Philippines, and Manny is going to get his revenge over there. And that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys.
Jesse, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Rodney from St. Petersburg, Florida. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? First of all, I'd like to say I'm glad Pacquiao lost, because now Bob
90 seconds.
number one, which I thought was a joke, having Pacquiao number one. And I don't think this was all about boxing tonight. It was about ESPN. This was ESPN's first time having boxing. ESPN is owned by Disney. First of all, Disney's revenue last year fell 3%. It was hurt by the drop of advertising by ESPN. So they needed Pacquiao to lose, because if Pacquiao would have won, he would have just jumped
60 seconds
back on ESPN again. And then Jeff Horn is going to be ESPN's little golden boy. They're going to have a rematch.
Cut it.
You guys got to get your thoughts together. We got 30 seconds. This is drive-by. We need your immediate reaction. You got 30 seconds to give it. 7, 6, 3. First time caller. Seven, 6, 3. Go. Yes, sir. First time caller.
Yeah, first time caller.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this intro.
Yeah, I was just calling to say.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this intro, friend, and you let
from Minneapolis.
Well, there you go, TC. Talk to us.
10 seconds.
Just saying, man, it was a dirty back and forth fight. But like I said, I feel Pacquiao won. You know, I feel he won the majority of the rounds. I give the dude Horn about 3-4 rounds, maybe. And I don't know. I think Pacquiao, win or lose, it should have probably been his last fight, but I don't think he lost that fight. I really don't.
Well, TC, I want to thank you for calling in. Remember to subscribe to the channel because we do this very often.
Join us every Thursday and Sunday live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thursdays and Sundays starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is our flagships days. Every Thursday and Sunday, you can find us at 7 p.m. Eastern. But normally, for all fights, we're doing immediate reactions. Like tonight, remember the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 if you want to speak, if you want to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. International callers, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORGIBBS. We're going back out to the phone lines. 30 seconds. It's drive-by. We're looking for your immediate reactions. We're going out to the... We went to 763 already? Yeah. All right, so now we're going to the 412.
What's up?
412, first time caller?
Yeah, first time caller. I've been listening for a long time though.
Let me go ahead and play this intro. You introduce yourself and let the world know your name and where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Jay Hees from Pittsburgh, in the Berg.
Jay Hees, what's going on?
Nothing, man. I think Pac should have been getting ready to retire anyway. Jeff Horn just take the loss. Pac got to take that loss. Jeff Horn take that win. You know, but I don't think he beats any of the welterweights out there for real. So, he better look for that rematch and hopefully try to get,
a payday
and do something with him. I don't know what y'all think about. Yeah, I wouldn't even try to fight Earl Spence or Keith or anybody like that because I don't think he could beat none of them based on where you know what I mean. Yeah, but that's my call. First time I'm trying to call me in more. I work a lot, so
what about
calling? I listen a lot, though. Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, you know what you can do for all you guys that are just like Jay Heed and work a lot. Remember, on iTunes, you could just catch us and you could pop your headphones in, listen while you're at work, while you're on your run like Cash likes to run, or while you're on your bike. If you got bad knees, it really doesn't matter. We're going back out to the phone lines. Immediate reaction show. 30 seconds to the 267 Philadelphia. First time caller. Philadelphia, first time caller. Going once.
Lynn Jonas, boxing analyst, pugilist.
Are you a first time caller, my friend?
Yes, I am.
I'm going to go ahead and play this first time caller intro. You let the world know your name and where you are calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
This is Lynn Jonas, pugilist analyst.
Pugilist analyst
from Philly.
From Philly. All right, brother. How'd you see this fight, Mr. Analyst and pugilist?
All right. The best way I can sum up this boxing event, say what you want, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. As far as this fight, I would have to say I've never seen Pacquiao have a tough fight like this. I can't think of any fight that I can recall. Second of all, the head movement, the shifting was giving Pacquiao fits. Body shots. A lot of body shots was connecting to Pacquiao that I didn't even see what Mayweather was able to do. Another thing, Pacquiao was getting frustrated. It looked like he was getting gassed out a little bit in certain rounds. He was a little gun shy. Look at the punch output. And Teddy Atlas, another thing about Teddy Atlas, he's so busy talking about what Pacquiao was going to do. Meanwhile, Jeff Horn throwing shots. He's too busy worried about disappointing what Pacquiao would do.
Mr. Analyst, it is an immediate reaction show. We're giving each of our callers 30 seconds. We gave you a little more for being a first-time caller, obviously. But remember, every Sunday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, callers get a whole round to slug it out. Enrique, you obviously got some words you're trying to get out. What's up?
I was just trying to say save his number because he said some he said something that made sense to me. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That's what I was saying. You know, I saw Jeff Horn looking way much sexier, pause, than Manny Pacquiao.
So you thought Jeff Horn was sexy. Okay. We're going out to JR from the Bronx.
Hello?
JR, what up?
Hello?
JR, what up? Clock's ticking.
Yo, one thing nobody's talking about is all the headbutts Jeff Horn hit Pacquiao with. Pacquiao had 2 cuts on his forehead, all the blood dripping on his eyes, and nobody talks about all those headbutts. This guy was hitting Pacquiao with 3 arms, his head and
Go ahead, don't waste your time. Keep spitting. You said 2 cuts. That means 2 headbutts.
No, but nobody's talking about it. Like that also made the fight difficult for Pacquiao. Nobody mentions all the headbutts this guy was hitting him with. But
so talk about it.
That's my call, man.
All right, JR, man, you let Matt and the whole violin kill you right there.
But he brought up the headbutts.
I brought up the headbutts
Very
too.
quickly.
So he's saying no one, meaning no callers, because definitely the host brought it up.
But very quickly, the idea that Jeff Horn was just landing these headbutts is inaccurate. These guys were leaping forward. That was both their styles. They were jumping in to each other.
And it was southpaw orthodox fighter.
That happens often. That's accidental. To say that Jeff Horn was he was implying that Jeff Horn was purposely headbutting Manny Pacquiao, and that's just not true.
Well, we don't know what he was implying. You're implying that he was implying.
I got the sense from that call that he was implying that Jeff Horn was purposely trying to land headbutts.
All right, let's go out to Suki on Skype.
Yo.
What up?
What up, man?
Where you calling in from, Suki?
UK Derby.
All right, brother. Well, talk to us.
Ooh, UK Derby.
First time caller.
That intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yeah, this is Suki from Derby, UK, representing, man. Yeah, anyway, going back to the fight, I think Horn was a deserved winner tonight. I think Manny let him off the hook in the 9th round. I've not really followed the build-up to this fight because I thought it was going to be a shutout for Manny. I thought he was going to knock him out within 3 or 4 rounds. What would be interesting is if you can tell me, was he training in America or was he training in the Philippines for this fight?
I think in the Philippines.
I'm gonna say both.
I don't recall any media coverage of him in America at all. Manny Pacquiao, that is.
Am I right that he went to Australia this week, the week of the fight?
Well, that's what Teddy Atlas seemed to be implying. He and Bradley were saying how they weren't feeling well and they were not even fighting, how they felt, differently due to the food. So I don't know. It could be.
Climatizing. You know, whether he's climatized, maybe he's taking the fight and thought this is an easy win for me. But go on. I think he'll beat him in a rematch. Let's have the rematch in Las Vegas, and I think there's only going to be one winner. There was a lot of rough tactics coming from Horn, but he deserved to win.
Well, Suki, man, thank you for calling in. And I will say this, man. Listen, Jeff Horn, like Suki said, he's with wolf tactics, right? We would call that he had a lot of dog in him. You know, he didn't allow, he didn't give Manny any respect. In the clinches, he was still punching, shots to the head. Like another caller said before him, a lot of good shots to the body too. That can't go unnoticed. Like Horn had a lot of dog, he had a lot of fight, and he wanted to win this fight.
And Jeff Horn, by not respecting Pacquiao and making a fight out of it, earned our respect.
Definitely.
Everyone in the media wrote him off. Every fan basically wrote him off. And
the running joke was,
who the fuck is that guy?
So look where he's at now. Kudos to you, Jeff Horn.
Kudos.
You made us all look stupid.
And you made all the mats of the world look bad.
Yeah, you did. You made us look stupid. You made me look stupid.
You right because you don't know who he is. So he surprised you.
Let me get to the 512.
Yes.
First time caller. 512. First time caller.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I just don't really call in very often.
All right, brother. Well, talk to us.
I thought that the fight was actually, apart from the decision, the controversy, I thought the fight was pretty good. But, I mean, I think he should be deciding to hang up the gloves. I think he should decide to hang up the gloves because, I mean, like, he's fought better fighters, and now he's losing to guys like Jeff Horn, despite what people may think, whether it was a robbery or not. It shouldn't have been close for someone of Pacquiao's stature. So that's all I want to say. I mean, imagine Margarito fighting Jeff Horn. I mean, that would be a murder. So I think that Pacquiao should just retire. Maybe beat him and retire, but that's about it.
I think Jeff Horn.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. You said what?
I was saying he said Margarito would murder Jeff Horn. I beg to differ. I say that Jeff Horn would give Margarito a hell of a fight.
Well, I think he meant maybe like the past version of Margarito.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. We got to see Jeff Horn versus someone else. That herky jerkiness threw Pacquiao off, in my opinion. I don't know who else it could throw off. 760, first time caller.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this first time caller intro. You know what to do. Say your name and where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Zombie, California.
Zombie, how'd you see that fight?
Hey, man, I just wanted to say, first off, I didn't even watch any Jeff Horn fights because I heard it was going to be such a mismatch. And you know what? Pacquiao looked like shit. Jeff Horn not only outboxed him, but he bullied him. He beat him up. He ragdolled him in the clinch. Pacquiao's best round was the 9th round. Jeff Horn had his hands down, chin up that entire round, and was still having Pacquiao miss wildly using his footwork. And I mean, Pacquiao even gassed at the end of that round, and Jeff Horn came back in the 10th. So, I mean, I don't know if Pacquiao undertrained, didn't take him seriously, but I mean, no way in hell was that a robbery. Jeff Horn got up in that ass, and that's all I got to say about that.
Well, brother, want to thank you for calling in. We're going to go out to the 228 first time caller. 228 first time caller.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and play this first time caller intro, my friend, and let the world know your name, where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yeah, this Stevie from the SIP, Mississippi.
Stevie from Mississippi?
I've been waiting to talk to y'all for a long time. Yeah, Stevie from Mississippi.
What's going on, Stevie?
So I've been listening to y'all. I've been listening to y'all for a while. I was overseas and I could never call in because I was in Japan. But what I want to say about the fight is I think it was a good fight, but neither one of the fighters looked good. Pacquiao looked like he just didn't train at all. And the bias, man, the bias with ESPN, like, what was up with that? Teddy Atlas trying to convince people that it was a 10-8 round in the 9th round. And I don't know what was up, but they wasn't showing any of Pacquiao's corner, like, in between rounds. Why wasn't they showing? They was going to Horn corner every round, in between every round.
You're right.
I didn't score the fight, but I thought Horn won. Every round I was looking and I was like, damn, what are they scoring on ESPN? And at the end, I'm wondering where was Roach when Pacquiao was doing the interview? Like, he disappeared. So I think Roach is pretty much ready for Pacquiao to hang him up too. Besides that, man, I don't think neither one of them will compete against any other top welterweights. Neither one of them.
Well, brother, I want to thank you for calling in. Obviously, we appreciate it. Listening all the way from Japan, now making it back over here and continuing to listen, finally calling in. We appreciate it. This is the first time, excuse me, not the first time, but this is an immediate reaction show. So we are on Drive By. We're giving our callers 30 seconds. First time callers obviously get a lot more time. 631, first time caller.
Hi, this is Declan.
Declan, first time caller?
Yes, I've been listening for a while.
I'm going to play this first time caller intro. Let the world know your name and where you're calling from. Jump right into your call.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Declan McManus from New York, out of Ireland.
McManus.
Hello.
How'd you see that fight,
yeah,
brother?
the head stuff. What's that?
How'd you see the fight?
Okay. I saw it as almost a draw, but I'm not mad about it. You know? And the headbutts was a lefty-righty situation. So, you know, wasn't that bad, you know, with the score. So I was happy with it.
All
That's my
right.
call.
Well, you're definitely a conscious boxing fan because there is no denying that Orthodox and the Southpaw are going to clash heads. So it's responsible
Right on,
of you
yes.
not to put the blame on anyone.
Yes. I didn't think it was intentional. Okay, have a good night, fellas, or morning. You know?
All right, Declan. Well, thank you for calling in. Remember to subscribe here to the YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, so you can get those notifications whenever we go live, because we do plenty of spontaneous shows throughout the week, and we're here.
Join us every Thursday and Sunday live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're going out to the 219. Talk to us.
This is JB from 6'3", man. That's crazy.
JB,
man.
first time
That was
caller?
Crazy. Yeah, Pacquiao lost. Yeah, I'm a first time caller.
I'm going to go ahead and play this intro, man. Just give us your name. Obviously, you said JB. Again, my producer keeps looking at me with all these smiles, but it is what it is, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yeah, I'm JB from 6'3", Refractory Services. All right, but yeah, man. That's crazy, man. That's a champion, man. For real, for real. There's no way he's supposed to go over there to Australia and even fight that guy. He fought him. He beat him. I mean, he ain't beat him hands down, but he beat him. You know that. Everybody watched the fight know that. It was no way that Jeff Horn's supposed to get that decision. He headbutted him a couple times. I mean, I believe that really is what gave the judges the BS reason for giving dude some rounds, because Pacquiao was bleeding. But, I mean, that's crazy, man. And the rematch, for sure, he knock him out in 3 rounds, guaranteed, for sure. For sure. What you think?
Well, brother, we want to thank you, obviously, for calling in. This is an immediate reaction show. It is now almost 3 in the morning.
I'm tired.
And what we're going to do is we'll be back here Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, today. We'll be back today.
We'll be back
today.
We'll be back later on today. We're going to rewatch this one more time. We're going to score it round by round. We expect you guys to go back and score it round by round. Why? Because you didn't have to pay for this. You didn't have to pay for this.
Yes.
So you should have it on your DVR, unlike Casual that only DVR'd a little bit of it. Whatever.
And very quickly, if you come and call in on Sunday or later today's show, which you're gonna get a full 3 minutes,
Full 3-minute round.
Yeah.
And you're going to be talking about robbery. We expect you to have a scorecard to prove your robbery.
Have it in front of you so we can talk about it. Have rounds where we can address it.
Yes.
Watch this fight. This is one of those fights where we should go watch it again. It is free. It's on ESPN, and I guarantee.
Well, Andre Diakonu already deleted it from his DVR.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
He's a hater, bro. Come on. Come on, Dre. What are you doing here?
I don't know. But it is about the time for
that outro.
Gotta go.
Final thoughts or just heading out?
Final thoughts. Final thoughts is join us tomorrow for the true final thoughts. Today is only immediate reaction thoughts you get.
Yes.
What we immediately thought.
Shock.
I immediately was like, yo, Manny Pacquiao's fighting who?
Who the fuck is that guy?
And then all of a sudden it's like Manny Pacquiao's fighting and the new. It's like, wow. So I don't know. I'd like to see Jeff Horn pull a magic trick, rabbit out of the hat, and sign a fight, Earl or Keith Thurman for all the marbles. But I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO, and you can catch Enrique.
Yo, catch me talking. But I'm on my Patreon page.
Your phone, your mic ain't active though. Your mic ain't active.
My mic is not right.
It's good. It's good now.
It's good now. Yo, you can find me at Fight Talk on Instagram, but I'm very much more active on Patreon. I got a lot of free content. Free. Fight Patreon.com/boxing fan apparel. If your scorecard was wrong, it was wrong. Don't come in here talking about the fight was rigged. Don't come up here like Stephen A. Smith and Teddy Atlas. Hey, he was robbed because your scorecard was wrong. It's wrong. Like a caller said, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Those are my final words. Jeff Horn won. You won.
And my final thoughts are that Jeff Horn shocked the world. He shocked every one of us and made us all look like fools. So shout out to you, Jeff Horn, for shocking the boxing world. That does not happen often, and when it does, it's always nice and refreshing. You know, he's shaking it up a bit. We have a new face in the division, whether you think about it or not. We have a new player in the top of the welterweight division, which has always been the glamour division of boxing, up there with the heavyweight division. So that's good to hear. You know, and he's a guy that has sold out we're not sold out, but he sold 55,000 seat stadium. Kudos to him. I am Matt the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram. My Mixed Martial Arts podcast, Mixed Combat Radios on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. Peace. We're gonna be back later today for our full flagship edition show. Go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to get caught up with our live fight chat if you want to relive the action of Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn.
Yes.
Good night.
And Matt is in New York City, by the way, just so you guys know.
Yes. So our Patreons, be prepared to be flooded
bombarded
with numerous.
We'll be vlogging all day.
And Hipster Hunter full-fledged sparring pros.
Yes.
Training camp, so that there is no Jeff Horn upsets.
Yeah, log on right now to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice for the 444 overtime.
Ooh. Peace, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.